What's going on, resellers out there in the multiverse? Yes, I just finished watching a movie that will blow your mind, as my mind is officially blown. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, the Michelle Yeoh film. Wow, I don't really understand all of it, and I like shows like that. I like stuff that's out there. For those of you who've watched it, if you can explain it to me, please do. But the one thing, and this is not going to give anything away, I definitely moderately recommend it. And the one negative that I have of it is it reminded me so much of The Matrix. There was so many similarities in terms of well, I'm not going to give anything away, but yeah. But I did enjoy it. It was out there. I enjoy films that keep me guessing, because so often I kind of can predict what's going to happen. But okay, enough movie talk. Oh boy, I nearly made a huge mistake today. For those of you who have watched any videos about a month ago, I had got a vero for using the word bomber in a description, in the title. You're not allowed to do that. If you're new to the channel, or if you missed those videos, or if you're not that familiar with veros, there are things that you can get dinged for. And they can lead to a suspension or even a termination of your account. So they're pretty serious. The problem is that a lot of times you don't know you're doing something wrong. But I just can't believe, because how many phone calls and how much time I had spent on this vero. On my store, I had been going through, deleting and sell-similar and refreshing my store. I officially got that done. So now what I'm doing is I'm placing all the items in my store in different in categories, in the appropriate category for what it is. I mean, when I think about eBay and I think about being a full-time reseller, it isn't easy. Like a lot of people, a lot of YouTube, a lot of resellers / YouTubers really glorify what the reselling business is. They flash a lot of amazing buys and whatnot. Like, oh, I bought this for this and I sold it for this, but the bulk of this business is not that. The reality of this business is creating a predictable income stream every day. That is that is what you want to strive for. Yeah, you're going to have home runs every once in a while, but in my experience, the home runs that you have, they just happen by chance. Yeah, like when I think about some of my home runs. And maybe I'll make a video sometime about some of my kind of home run reseller videos. I think that might be an interesting topic. But anyhow, so I'm going through and I'm putting some hats in a hat category. And lo and behold, I have, and this is on the account that my wife got the bomber vero on her account. And I don't know why I didn't go through my account to see if I was using the word bomber. And lo and behold, not only did I have one, I had 2 listings that had the word bomber in the title. I had a Vancouver Olympics bomber hat. I mean, I don't think I can get a vero for saying the word bomber. I believe it's a brand new with tags, white. It's this beautiful bomber hat. And then I had a teddy bear that it was like a US Airlines with a bomber jacket on. I was just like, oh my God. And then I was like, the one thing that I preach every time I get on the phone call with a vero agent is how it's like, the first offense should not even be a ding on your account. a defect, they call it. It should just be like a verbal warning, like, hey, you listed this, don't do it again. Well, my items had been deleted and sold similar. So not only, like, from their perspective, they could have been like, well, you know, you were told and you did it again. So luckily I caught that. So go through your listings, and all you got to do is put bomber in the one search of your item title to make sure you're not using that word bomber in there. I just, you know, there's so many ways that things can go sideways with eBay. It's just unbelievable. Anyhow, all right, so let's recap. Well, not recap, but let's talk about what sold from between the last video and now. Because I want to get that stuff packaged up. Before I do, I had something that I had got from an estate sale a couple of weeks ago. It was from the same estate sale that I got, like, some of those really old vintage poster boards. It was for that kitchen island that we bought for $20 and sold for $120 basically the next day. Got a bunch of stuff out of there. So there was an item out there that I was holding back because I needed to talk with eBay, and I just have so much inventory. Like, I have a ridiculous amount of inventory, and like today I took my packages to the post office, did a little thrifting while I was out. I mean, why not? The price of gas is so high, I might as well combine trips, right? Got some stuff here to show you, but anyhow, I can't really show you this anyhow. It's in this package because it has nudity on it. So basically, here's what it is. It's a limited edition folio by Les Crims, Lescrims. So if you do an eBay search, Les Crims, and then type in the incredible case of the Stack O apostrophe Wheats murders. Essentially what it is it's 10 photographs inside a box, and there's like a piece of paper inside it describing kind of like what this is. It's limited to, I think, 4,000, and it's signed, it's numbered, and people ask crazy money for this thing. Like, I don't think there's been any sold, but people ask anywhere between $200 and $500 for this thing. I literally got this thing for free. Like, there was like a free box of stuff, of books. And keep in mind, we got there 90 minutes before the estate sale ends. So it's like so many people just passed on, and I got some killer stuff at this sale. So I needed to ask eBay, can I list this even if it has nudity? Because I know a year and a half ago they cracked down, but I still see people listing things. So I'm just like, what's going on? So I called them, and as long as so for this item, and I recommend, if you have anything that you're a little on the fence of, call eBay. Say, hey, first off, create a draft, upload the pictures, and in this case, I kind of blocked out any of the nudity, and I uploaded the draft, and then I called them, and I'm like, hey, can you look at this draft? And can you tell me, can I list it? And then I kind of explained to them what it is. And he said, yeah, you can, as long as you list it in the everything category, everything else subcategory. So that's what I did. And then, as always, I get the reference number and I get the name of the rep. That way I'm protected. All right. So I think that's worth noting because some people don't know or don't care, or maybe don't know that you can't necessarily list nudity but they might. It's easy to see why someone might not realize that you can't do that, is because when you do search results, you see them up there. So you're like, oh, okay, everyone else is doing it, I guess I can do it. And that's kind of how we can kind of get ourselves in trouble. So recommend calling eBay if you have something you're on the fence about, and ask them about it. Ask them, what category am I allowed to ship this in? Okay, so I sold a t-shirt today. Like, I try to sell clothes. Like, when I say try, I mean I list them when I when I think something's worth buying. This is a brand called NYON, New York or Nowhere. It will always be New York or nowhere. Bought this maybe 3 weeks ago at a thrift store. They were having a sale. I kind of was going through doing a little bit of shopping, trying to find some clothes for myself. I saw this. It's size small, I believe, which is not always the best size. Yeah, small. Paid $2 for this thing. Sold it for $36. I'd never heard of that brand. And sometimes what I do when I'm trying to comp things is instead of trying to find this exact shirt to see if it sells, is just look at the brand. Just type in that brand t-shirt and see if there's closed sales. If there's closed sales, it's most likely a good chance that you're going to be able to sell something. And if you get it cheap enough that it's not that big of a risk. So $36 plus shipping. I sold 4 of these Whisker City kitty caps. I just lotted some up. I ended up buying a bunch of these from a thrift store. They were 50 cents each. I just lot them up by size. This one's actually an extra small because I've already shipped the 4. They were large, and they sold for $18 plus shipping and handling. I had them up there for $24. The buyer messaged me, asked me if this was a weird exchange. I'm like, he asks me if I can do a little bit lower. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, there's a make offer on there. Feel free to make an offer. And then he messages me back and he's like, when I try to make an offer, eBay's asking me for my PayPal information. Essentially, I'm guessing eBay is asking for this information to ensure that the buyer has a good account, his account is in good standing to make the purchase if I accept. But the buyer was like, I don't really feel comfortable letting eBay have access to my PayPal, which I don't know. It's they're gonna get it anyway. Like if I agree to his price, they're gonna get it. So I don't know. Like some buyers are so weird. Like it's almost like they just want to like have a conversation with me, and it's just like, I'm super busy. It's not that complicated, or there's not that much risk in making an offer with eBay. But anyhow, 4 of them sold. I only have extra small and small, which seem to be the less desirable sizes, so they might sit for a while until someone comes along with a extra small cat. But that's okay. I've made my money on these things, and anyhow, next thing is an IKEA. It's an IKEA Besta, Besta. They're basically like, I can't even remember what these are. Like, IKEA stuff is so confusing. I wish it didn't sell for as good money as it did sometimes. Like, I'm probably all in on these things for like $3. These sold for $24. Going to Canada, actually. I had one more. I was really trying to get him to buy the other one because it wouldn't raise the shipping and the handling. And that's on my wife's store. So, yeah. So, $24. Super Eurobeat, 121. Just like DJ music. I bought a whole box of CDs last summer. It was at the end of the sale. Sometimes I like going at the end. Like, everyone's like, oh, you gotta be first, you gotta be first. Sometimes you can get killer deals at the end of the day. People just don't wanna, they just want to pack that stuff back up. And, I can't remember exactly, but I want to say I probably picked up like 50 or 60 CDs for like $20 or $25. And this one alone sold for 19 like 50 or something like that. And I've sold a bunch of them out of there, and I still have a bunch that I haven't even listed because I want to listen to some of them first. So sometimes I'll be packaging and I'll just pop one of these in, and then after I listen to it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's good. I'm okay not to keep that. I then list it. The last sale, I think this is the last sale. This is from the Esoteric Book Lot, Rule by Secrecy, $8.50. Pretty crap sale in terms of like dollar figures, you know. But it's got damage, right? It's got damage. It's got like it's littered with highlighting. And you know, sometimes I like to keep lower priced books in my store because maybe they'll buy more. That is not the case with this. So $8.50 going out. Yeah, that was the rest of the sales day. The guy did come and pick up that air conditioning thing, and that was $20. But I mentioned that earlier. But you know, sometimes they just flake and never show up. But 'tis the season for air conditioning in general. So, okay, so some of the things I picked up, I'm going to go fast because they're mostly just bread and butter things, like things that I like to sell, things that I have success with. Picked up some patches, different country patches, paid what did that come out to? About 70 cents each for these. Yeah, you'd be surprised what patches can go for. Picked up a couple Olympic pins. Paid $1.50 for both of them. This is a little similar to the Whisker City thing. I bought a bunch of these. This is the same thrift store too. So I bought a bunch of these Soulmate heel protectors. Basically these little things that go on heels. And I got like 8 or 10 boxes of these things. Paid, what was it? So what, there's 8, I paid like $4 or less for like 9 or 10 boxes, and then also something about like a blister blocker, I'm guessing for women who wear heels. So I'm just gonna lot all these up. They'll easily stay under £1. And you know, for women who wear heels, this will be a good buy. And I think I comped them. I think they sell for like $6 to $8 a piece. But it makes more sense, like to just lot them up and have somebody just buy them all. Let's see here. I bought some dog diapers, brand new. Paid $2 for these. Having had an elderly dog who we had to use things like this for his last few months, until we switched to something called belly bands, which were amazing. They like allowed us to sleep again. Things like this. There's always going to be a dog owner who needs diapers, so I sell these things locally. I have like a listing, and it has like, you know, I have a couple different sizes for them, and yeah, they sell pretty well. So that'll probably sell for $15-20. And then I just got some Montreal Canadiens glass. I do well selling hockey stuff, hockey glasses. I picked up a couple Harley Davidson hats. Paid $3 each for these. This one is actually brand new. It still has the thing in it. I'm a little confused about this because this one has this tag in it, Harley Davidson, whereas this one has this one. So I don't know. I don't know if this one's authentic and this one's not. I bought them, like whoever had them donated them at the same exact time. They look the same, so I don't know. Maybe I'll sell them locally. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll wait to list them. This is just I like this hat. I like selling surfing stuff. The brand is Auto, which I believe is like a brand of like reproduction stuff, but it's very high grade and it's just a pretty cool logo. And then the last thing that I bought was a little Hello Kitty. So what this is it's actually, it's from a company called Sephora. And I believe makeup comes with this. And it's like, this is to like store the brushes and everything. I do really well with Hello Kitty stuff. This one is not, there's little, it's got a little bit of wear, but there are some crazy prices for other Sephora Hello Kitty things. Pretty sure I'm gonna do better than $1.50 that I paid for this. It's from 2011, so it's 13 years old. It's official Sanrio product, which is the creator, or the line that puts out Hello Kitty stuff. All right, that's pretty much it, guys. We will talk to you soon.